Good morning everyone. Monday morning again. Back at Happy Graft, but there's already been a disaster. Watch, I'll show you. So the pocket on my Snickers trousers is supposed to be like that. But sometime last week it ripped, and it's putting me off. It's like disorienting. I go to get some gear, so like where you go there, or the knife, or whatever. When it's like that, I go, oh. So I'll have to sort that out, or I'll be at 6s and 7s all week. So I might have to do a bit of on-site sewing. And there we go. Oh, let's have a look. You'd never even know it was broke. Didn't I do well? I'll get a job for Yves Saint Laurent. I'll show you. Nice bit of earth stitching. Yes, quite the design of this chap. Like it come out the factory. Radio then, after the pocket disaster, we can finally get down to a bit. So I did that one last week, as we know. I've got 5 core 25, 4 core 50, 4 core 70, and the 4 core 70 and 50 mil have got earths with them. There they are down the bottom there, look. So what I've done is, this is another thing for lads when you're putting tray towards DBs. Now, I know it looks lovely when it goes in the middle, but what you've got is you've got that distance. And in these DBs, are these at Merlin's you ran on the, no, Schneider, sorry. You've got a 40 mil knockout, right? So if you go in the centre, if it's a 40 mil gland, you're talking a 4 core 70 mil. 4 core 70 mils don't go into them, right? Without pins on them. And you're not getting a 4 core 70 from there to there without having to bend it all the way around here and all the way back and then all the way in. But then you've cut yourself off because you've got, the cable won't bend till it's about there. So you've got no room. You've got absolutely no room unless you go all the way around, like right the way around the DB and then back in like that. You're not getting it. So this, it's just rubbish, useless. So when you're putting tray up, bring it to one side. No matter what your gaffer says, he'll be saying, you know, it looks better when it, yeah, but it doesn't work. It just does not work. So bring it to the side, that side or that side. Cable jointers don't mind which, trust me. Take it to one side, and then what you do, cable comes in, you can let it sweep up into this little bit of space here, sweep up, down, and then you've got bum, 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 bum. You've got a nice sweep and a little bit of jiggery pokery up and down if you need it. Simple, pimple. I mean, even with these ones, I know that's a 250 and it's a bit more room, but even if you did bring it to one side, right, if you brought it up to one side, you can gland in there and then you can sweep it down and up, and then you've got your little bit of play up and down at the bottom, whereas this one you're going to go straight up and in. So yeah, I know it looks great, it looks nice and aesthetically pleasing, but it doesn't really work electrically. So yeah, either side, one or the other. So this is the job for today. What I'm going to do now is what we've got. Let's have a look, hang on. So we've got, what I'm going to try and utilise is this hole here. Obviously 20 mil, I need a 32 in it, so I'm going to use the actual knockout, drill into the knockout and bite onto the metal of the DB, so I get a 32 mil hole. Then I can bring them up, let them sweep, and then boom, boom, boom. But it's a 5 core, so I'll have to remember to take the earth up and into that. What I'm going to do as well is make a side video just to show you how I get my measure. Oh, that's what I've done this morning. I've took that off, took the lip off to allow me to sweep it across and up. Look at that. just when I've gone to bend the cable up and in, I noticed something, it's been laid on the floor, something must have dropped and it's hit the cable. It's put a split in it. Now I've just took the gland back off and slid a piece of heat shrink over it. Well, what I'm hoping is I'll slide that over the top of that and it'll all, but I'll have to let the gaffer know and see what he wants to do, because if we try and pull it up from the bottom, it's going to be well noticeable. I'll have to get in touch with them now. Oh, bloody Monday mornings, man. Well, sometimes when you try the gland, so it's a 32mm, it should go over a 50, but I've just tried it and it's a bit tight, so I've just ringed this and I'm going to do a tester. I want to see if I can get the gland over the end of the cable, both bits. So I need the back nut and I need the cone to go over that bit, so I'll see if it will work. Now that goes on, so what I can do is I know that'll go somewhere near, so if I strip the outer sheathing off there and try and then put that on, and it'll just sit over the armouring. So there we go, a light ring round with that. Let's see. So it does go over the armouring. Now if I spread, when they get spread so the cone goes in, we should be able to make it work. So that's alright. Got a bit of a test for Emu now. 4-core 50mm. The armouring's been taken off, but let's see if we can cut it. Emu, you superstar. That was amazing. That's when you know you've got a good cable gang. Still got the green tape on from Cleveland Cable. Look at the length of that. And apparently it's like that at the other end as well. So I don't know how long the cable is, but they've done really well to make that fit. It's like I say, it's tight at the other end. Well, that was a disaster. Couldn't have fell any worse. There's the neutral. That's L1, L2, L3. So that one needs to go over there. That one needs to go over there. And that one needs to go there. That one needs to go there. So they just couldn't have been any worse. Shocking. Ah, that's going to make my life a bit of a misery. I'll have to see what I can do with this, because yeah, that's not it's not the greatest. See what I can come up with there. That was the best I could do, unfortunately. Not happy with it, but just the way stuff worked out. Not too keen on that. And then that should have been over there and let it flow in. So anyway, yeah, I'm not happy with it, but I couldn't really do a lot else. So on to the next one now. Put that one behind me. Not best pleased, but what can you do? I've actually just straightened it up a little bit. I mean, it still looks bad, but a bit better than what it was. Never mind, don't all fall perfect, do they? Well, there's the last one going in. But look at this. The length of them. No. They're as far in as they go. But they're about 10 or 12 mil too long. So, got a 70 and a 25.5 core. The earth for the 70. That goes into there. Up into the earth, up into that. And then there's those which are obviously not tight because the bolts are too long. So that, rounding up today, is 5 core 16. No, 5 core 25. A 4 core 50 with an earth, 35 mil earth. 4 core 70 with an earth, 35 mil. That 4 core 70 with its 35 mil earth, and another 5 core 25. So what's that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 cables and 3 earths. And I've had a bit of a chat. So it hasn't been too bad of a Monday. And I've got more of the same later in the week. It's just all smaller cables now. All the big stuff's been done on here. There's a couple of 120s to do, but nothing major. So I think I'm going to go up that, where they come from, up that riser. There's some more above here. Do that tomorrow and then move to a switch room, which is over there. There's a switch room on that side of the building and a switch room on that side of the building. And that's basically, that's all there is on here. And then I'll be looking for another job. But I still think there's maybe 2 weeks work, or at least a week and a half. So I'll still be here next week, I reckon. And that's it for today. I'm going to go to the gym now. I'm going to have something to eat so I don't shake and rattle and roll and all that. Because a couple of weeks ago, I went to the gym and having nothing to eat. And I was like lifting what I could normally lift to warm up, and I'm going, I had no energy whatsoever, no power, or it was just weird. So I'm going to get something to eat, and then I'm going to toddle off to the gym and then go back to my car park near the River Thames. Right then, in the switch room. I'm going to work on these today. So it's those awful 5 core 95s from last week. They were a pain in the buttocks, but at that corner where they all come through, I don't know whether you can see them up there, that one, and those. So what they've done is they just pull straight into that bend. So what I'm going to have to do, I'm up there now, and I'm just pulling them in. You can see a little bit where I've tried to form a bend with the smaller ones, just so they sweep in nice. But there's 2 cables there, 2 smaller ones, that one there, and there's another one. Now I want to pull, there they are, that's them there, they drop out. I want to pull them back and out of the way completely, and then pull them back in so they're out of the way of this lot here, because they're going to have to sweep back over and into this panel. But look at this. Oh, look at that. I believe they call that the absolute tits. That is fantastic. Size of the gland plate. Wait on, let's get some light on the sub. Look at that. This is what it must be like to own a Rolls Royce. All the room. Oh my Christ, Mick. So yeah, well happy with that. And I think every one, basically, where the CT, the ammeters are, that's where the gland plates are. So there's stacks of room. That one might not be too fantastic, but there's only 3 cables and 2 earths going into it. And then there's some over the back. So yeah, this is going to be home for at least this week and maybe Monday of next week. There we go, look, remember that? Big hole. It's been filled in. They need kicking across a little bit. Oh no, they're not going anywhere. So somebody will have to do something to that. But yeah, a big hole there, and that was where the bridge was, across there. all filled in now, look, and they've done that since last week, so they've been kept busy. There you go. It's not often I get back to go and see what I've done or what's happened to what I've done. Nice, aren't it? Well, that isn't. I thought they'd have sorted that out a little bit better, but never mind. Right, what I've got: ratchet strap onto the cable, chain block onto the cable across the corner. The cable comes through there. Where I want it is on top of this one and behind that one, so it's going to sit in there. So what I'm going to do, look at it from up there, I want it here. So I'm going to pull the ratchet strap up, and that'll pull the bend into here. Now every now and again I might need a little click on this just to keep it coming in that direction, because when, there we go, look, when it pulls, that's it there, it'll close against the 50mm, which is that one. If you follow it up, it'll close against that one, and then I'm hoping it'll just sit, it'll fill the gap, see that gap? Fill that gap there, sit on top of it, and then roll round the bend, and all three will be able to roll through the gap. You can't really see the gap. Is it down there? There, see where it disappears, look. All three of them drop through there, but that one will be sitting there on top. He says, I'm going to have a try of that now. So find somewhere to put this so people can see. Right, see what that's like. I bet I'm going to knock this a couple of times. If I do, I apologise. Right, I'll use this one now. A bit more on that. I'm going to take and loosen the strap off it now. Yeah, that's lifting it up. What I need to do is transfer that bite there down. I'll take the tension on this. Oh, hang on a minute, do I need to? Do I need to? Let me see. I'm just going to move this cable a touch. Needs some oil on that, doesn't it? Bloody noise. Nice. Now, what I want to try and do is get a temporary tack on that cable. I need it to go that way, a tiny little bit. Take a bit more on that. Yeah, definitely getting some oil on it. I don't know what to do my head in. Right, I need to, I'll show you what it looks like now, and I need to smarten it up. So, as you can see, sweeps around the corner, but it's a little bit high there, so I need to jump in there and pull that down. They come in different banks, look. so they're nowhere near each other, but then they drop into the same bank. So there's that gap between the 50mm and the 95 is going to be there. And then what I'm going to do is set that one there. I'm going to pull it down over from underneath, and that gets me them set, and then I can get the measure on them and get the glands sorted. So I'll do that now. So that's that dealt with. There's no gap between the two 95s now. They sweep round the corner and off they go. All I need to do is pull that one, the one that's on top, that one there, I need to pull that down just to set its bend, and then I can start getting the measures for the glands. So anyways, that was a bit of a mess about, but it's something you have to do. So just have to get on with it, don't you? Smile though your heart is breaking. Got the cables all in now. That one's ratcheted up, so I've pulled it up a little bit just to get me the clearance on the rung, and I've pulled it that way. Now that is obviously miles too far, but I'm overextending it because I'm going to the toilet, because I've had the earther kits all morning for some reason, and I'm gonna have to go again. So that's put a spanner in the works. The sewage works. I've got one in. Disregard that. So there's one 5-core 95 in, and I was going to put the next 5-core 95 in, which is that one there, but then in my wisdom I realised that if I did that, the way that they come in, they're like that on top of each other, and they're going to drop like that. That 50mm, that 5-core 50mm is underneath those two, so I wouldn't be able to get it back up. There'd be nowhere for it to go. So luckily enough, I realised that before I started doing anything to that. So now I've rung that one. I'm going to put the gland on it, get it sorted, and then I'm going to throw it up onto the top and then back in, and then I can move on to the 5-core 95, which was an absolute pain, by the way, to get up in that little gap, because what it was doing, it was hitting that rung, it was hitting that basket as it rose up, it was hitting that, and then it was hitting the tail of it, was hitting the panel. If I could have bent it, put like this part of it up into there, it would have flew out, but I couldn't, because there was like 3 pinch points, 1, 2, 3, well 3, so it was a right pain in the bum. So I had to get a ratchet strap off there, ratchet it up and pull it into this space above me, and then drop it all the way back. And what I'll try and do is I'll try and show that. I'll try and film that. It's difficult because there's not much stuff up there, flat surfaces basically, so I can mount things on, but I'll have a go. Right, what I'm hoping for, I want to take the strap and the chain block off, and I'm hoping that I can just push it up and through there and drop it into the hole. Fingers crossed, because if it goes, if I can't, it's going to be a right fart on. And I may have to commit illegal activities. Yes, boy. Just need to watch the threads. Obviously brass is softer than steel, and if they get caught, it'll be hard to get the lock on. So I need to lift, I need to pull it that way, but I also need to lift it. That was an incredibly stupid thing to do. So what I'm going to do now, I'm going to, using this lifting eye here, I'm going to set one of the straps on there and pull it. So what it'll do, it'll pull it down, but it'll pull it across as well. So then it'll follow the same arc as the Covenant, as the other cable. That's the one I'm looking for. Pretty decent. See what happens when I take this off. Not a great deal. I'll get a tire up on it. Enough that'll do. So that's them two. Oh, move them out of the way. That's those two in. Now, I'm going to put that other 5-core 95 next to that one, so it'll roll. Yeah, I am, yeah. So it'll just roll on top of the other one, down the side, boom, into there, and then the little babby one. Because you see that comes through a different bank of cables, so that can just go up and down at its own accord and it won't cut anything off. So I'm going to get a measure of that now, but I will show you putting that one in, because it's certainly not as easy as that 50mm was. I was up on the top there, I was sat pulling and driving, and yeah, so I'll have to go and lock the door. Keep it a secret though, don't tell anybody. Not like I'm going to post it on YouTube or anything stupid like that. There's one for you. A few years ago, I said I was going to start a company that made distribution boards, right? So I was thinking of obviously ways you can get out of this and retire and all that. And I said I was going to start a company that made distribution boards. I said I'd get them made in India or China or somewhere and ship them over and get a BS mark on them and all that and get them sold in England. I said, but the reason I'm going to do it is I'm going to call the company HEB. So a lad asked me why. So, why would you call the company HEB? Is it like significant or something like that? I said no. I said because when people on site ask about the distribution boards, all the sparks will say, have you got the HEB-DBs? See, this is what happens when you work on your own too much. HEB-DBs? I still might go for it. I've designed better panels than this showering. Right, you've got to read to make this one work, alright? If I need cheering up because I'm feeling, I get my girlfriend to tickle my... Right, the door is firmly locked. We're going to try and get this 5-core 95 into its hole. Yeah. Just throw that in there now. And that should come down nice. Whatever. Right, I get some of these chains and stuff out the way so I can see what I'm doing. That's the off here. It's the same bloody finger. Sausages. This has become a bit awkward because of the where the hang on. That's not going to do it, is it? Yes, it is. Right. Where that is, so the cable's going in that direction, and it rolls over the rung, which then pushes it out this way, and then it needs to go back to the hole, which is down there. So it's creating a pinch point on this rung, a pinch point on there, and changing direction twice. And I can't pull the cable in because my fingers keep getting trapped in there. Oh no, this is frustrating. Or I could just do this. I'm just scared of my finger. That doesn't count as swearing, does it? I'm just showing you the pulley finger. I've come up with a cunning plan. Basically, I want to stop the cable from dropping into the panel and getting caught up in whatever it gets caught up in. So, I'm going to put this around here. Just out the shop, but it's just a ratchet strap. And then I'm going to tie it to the nose of the cable. And then what I'm going to do, pull the nose of the cable up in the air, which then keeps it out of the panel and allows me to feed it in, and it will just come out the front rather than getting stuck on all of the nonsense inside. He says. Right, the gland's just coming through the rung now, so what I'm going to have to do is set another one up, because I can't pull or lift the cable up and out. Or can I do that? I feel like Louis Theroux. Can I do that? Can we do that? Oh, Jesus! No, I can't do that. Oh, man. Different be doing this to us, like, pet. I'm stuck. Might need to go back up there and sort of lift and drop it. just didn't have the leverage. Ta-da! Anyway, that's in now. I'm just gonna straighten it all up because it was measured to go there, but when you push it up into that, it rebends it, and so I've got to reform it now. I'm just going to use the ratchet straps. There's the third one in. I'm going to get that little one in tonight, and that'll be me because, well, I don't even think I'll get that in because that's 5 to 5. So I'll get it measured. I might get the gland on. I don't know whether I'll get it actually in the thing. I think I'm going to have to pull it up. See the gap it comes through? I have to pull it back through that gap and then so it'll run down with the other cables. So I'll get on with that now. Right, now I'm pretty confident here. You ready? Oh, farts. That was rubbish. I thought that was a good cut as well. There's like 3 there. And 4 on this side. Oh, he's there. 2. 9. That's terrible. Hopeless, in fact. I thought that was a good cut. Never mind. That's enough for tonight. Got 4 in. They're not terminated, but I'll jump on that in the morning. They go basically that one, and that one at the bottom, I think. Or that one. Anyway, some on that side, and then one of them goes on this side. So they're not that difficult to do. And then basically I'll just move around. So them, then that, and then over there and over there. There's quite a few over there on that one. They're all small, really, but there is quite a few. They might be on the wrong bloody rung as well. Yeah, they are. Because that is the gland plate. And they're all in the wrong rung, so they should have come through that. Oh, should have come through that one, so they could drop in rather than having to go. If they came through that one, they'd have to sort of go back on themselves, or you could only use this side of the gland plate, and basically you're taking off. You're cutting off the rest of the gland plate. Obviously, somebody could come in there and drop them below you, but that'll look crap. What I might do is just take the rung out, and then I've got that full rectangle there to let the cables flow where they need to flow into the gland plate on the top. So that'll be this week's plan. Ow, you sod. But as of Tuesday night, that's me. Gym again tonight. And get myself all like really fit and buff and stuff. So these are the glamorous bits you don't usually get to see. I have to empty my toilet now because I filled it right to the brim this morning. I know it's disgusting, but what do you do? You may say I'm disgusting. You may be right. But warm corned beef straight out of the can. Oh, can't beat it. Cannot beat it. Best meal ever. On some cheese and crackers. I'm going to go to the gym and work it all off. Here we are, Wednesday morning. I've got a 4-core 120 I've got one of those earths to do because the other one is getting pulled back to an earth bar. And then I've got these. What the hell are these? 4-core 10 mils. Will it focus on that? Yeah, 4-core 10. I don't even think the exhaust cutter will cut them. So it'll have to be the plumber's wheel. But that's the one we're going to focus on today. We'll get that in. 4-core 10 anyone can do, really, can they? But the good thing about this is, obviously it drops straight into the gland plate, but look at it. There's a hell of a distance where that cable can be unclipped and then pulled into that space. So there's a lot of room, and it obviously goes to the bottom switch, just to make life a bit more difficult, but there's plenty of room, which I'm happy with. So I'm going to get that marked up now, and we can have a look at it. Actually, no, you can drill the holes, you stupid fool, and then I'll get it glanded. I've said it a million times over, a cableway is the hardest thing in the world to make look nice, especially when you've got bloody 5 cores and the earths have to come out there and sweep up to the top. So they're an enormous pain in the bum, but yeah, never liked cableways. But this is a pretty decent one, to be fair. So I don't know what to do now. It is 20 to 4. Do I start on that, or do I go to the boozer? What should I do? Right then, I'm not saying I'm the first person that's ever done this, but I've just thought about it. Right, let's turn this round. Now, when you drill a hole, what I was doing, I was squirting the compound on the outside to obviously make the hole cutter last longer and the teeth don't get blunt. But here's a good word. The centrifugal force of the drill bit, or the cutter, and the drill pushes the oil to the edge, and it doesn't therefore stay in contact with the piece that's being cut. Here entereth the genius. Squared it in the middle, and then when you cut, the oil stays where it's supposed to stay. Wasted, honest, I'm wasted. I'm quite proud of myself for thinking of that. And it seems to be, you can see the oil on the swath. Yes, happy days. Just in case you were wondering, yeah, they are 25mm and 32mm holes. I mean, that 5-core 6mm. I haven't even got a crimper to crimp that. I'm going to have to borrow one off a Spark, because I haven't got a 6mm crimper. I think that's a 10mm, 5-core 10mm. The biggest ones are these. I think those ones there are 5-core 25s. And then there's these two. I'm not entirely sure what they are, but I'm going to put them in last. But yeah, this is my job today. Well, not today, it's this afternoon now. And it is 10 to 5, so I probably won't be doing much other than this. But another day, another dollar. Well, I thought I'd give it a go. 25 to 6. Got 4 in. So yeah, four done. Four to do in this bank in the morning, and then I've got those 2 to do with their earths. And then what I'll probably do is terminate them, and that'll be my day's work. Then that'll be my day done. And then I'll jump on the traffic, because you'll all be going home, won't you? The same as me on Thursday night, because it's bank holiday. It's Good Friday, so all the traffic will be absolutely horrific. So I'm gonna go, because I've had nothing to eat again all day. Oh. That was a piece of nothing. Did hurt myself. Yeah, Burger King tonight. I'm gonna get what am I gonna get? double XL bacon meal, and I think I might get another double bacon XL meal. Right, see you tomorrow. And there it is. There's my tea. 2 bacon XLs meals, two large fries, and then those are chicken fries or something, but all my chips fell out there, so I had to put some chips in there. And then they give you a spicy mayo, and I've got 2 Cokes as well. Lovely job. I'll get that into me now. All done and dusted. I feel a bit full, but that was alright, that. I'm gonna go back to where I parked the van up now, and if there's time, which it looks like there will be, because I don't think it takes that long to get there, I might have a stroll around the park and I'll show you where my digs are. So I'm going to get on my way and do that. I'm not going to the gym tonight. Can't be bloody arsed. So I'll give you a tour of my mobile flat parking arrangements. So here we are. This is where the mobile self-contained flat situates itself. There's plenty of others in the car park as well, and I don't know what's going on over there, but look at all of them. Don't know. Anyway, this is where I am. Let's have a look. So here we go. Walking down to the river, all the housey boats and whatever else. Pretty nice, to be honest. There's all the... Let's have a look. I don't know what all that is. They pulled up this week. Must be some sort of show or something on. Don't know. Anyway. Quite a nice sky, that, isn't it? So there we go. That's the River Thames. That's Abingdon over there. That's the Nags Head. I had a pint in that pub a couple of weeks ago. It's quite nice. So there you go. Not a bad place to spend your evenings. I might even go for a beer tonight, seeing as I'm not going to the gym. But I do want, however, to learn a song. So I might have a bit of a practice at that. Bloody noisy geese, they better bugger off by the time I go to sleep. None other than that. Anyway, that's me for tonight. I'm going to, don't know, might have a beer, might learn a song, might have a sleep. Today is Thursday morning, so I did the 4 last night, landed them. I've got 4 to do this morning, then I've got some terminating to do, then I've got those 2 behind me, and I want to find out what they are. Let's have a look. 4-core 50s. I thought they were 4-core 70s. So the 4-core 50s with what's that, 20, feels like a 25. With a 25, look at the state of me. Just walking up. It's, what time is it? 20 past 8. At the middle of the night. So that's my task for today. I've got those to throw in. And it might be my last task, because I'm supposed to get paid today and I haven't, so I might not be coming in, because it's Good Friday tomorrow, and then it's bank holiday Monday, so I might not be coming in Tuesday. But I'll crack on today, as I'll give them the benefit of the doubt. Because I've got so many cables in here, I'm trying a different method. I've never done it before. Well, sort of never done it before. So I've got the cable drop down, and then what I've got, it's got an integral earth because it's a 5-core. I've got to let that run up there. So then I've brought it across, tie wrapped it there, and then bent them. I don't know whether you can see. So I bent them in, so that I'm sure what I'm trying to do is keep them out of the way of everything else because there's so many, and I can only do the neutral because they haven't got 6mm M6 holes for the lugs. So all I'm going to do is cut them straight, strip them back, and the lads are going to put them on when they actually arrive. But see, obviously all in good intentions, and I'm going to see where how it ends up, because there's a lot of cables to do that with. That'll probably end up a pig's arse, but anyway, see how it goes. You know, when I said it was about to turn into a pig's arse, I didn't even look at this bit. As you can see, what I'm trying to do is bend the cables in. Those three aren't terminated, so they might have pushed back out a little bit. So you've got that, and then that, right? And then like the nice sweep across and all that. They've put a trunking right across where the cables are supposed to go. What are you supposed to do with that? Alright, it is a tiny cable, and I can take them inside and do the terminations inside, but like, who does that? That's bizarre behaviour. Anyway, just thought I'd show you that. So basically what I'm going to do is drill a hole there, put the whole cable inside, and then do the terminations, do the bends and whatever. I don't know what that was. Do the bends inside, so that one will be different to the rest. Remember when I talked about it turning into a pig's arse? That cable, the 5-core 6mm, is a white cord cable, and it is short. Now, I know the cable gang didn't pull it short because it didn't have the tape on the green tape on the end, and I didn't cut it short, but that's what it's ended up like. So they're going to have to get some sleeving from somewhere to sleeve them up or whatever they're going to do, but that's what happened. The rest of them, I think, are going to be okay. They've sort of, that one's rode a bit high up. We'll do a dropping that down, but there's sort of some semblance of order. But yeah, that one made a right mess of it. Never mind. Completely forgot. That's it. Done. Yeah, I'm all washed up, off site, the full lot, I'm all locked up. I got those 10 done. I'm still on private property, so I can do this. Not breaking the law or anything. I got those, was it 10? I think there was 10, wasn't there? The 250s I got round, and the earth they put in now. So that's that panel finished. Well, it's not finished because they didn't have the lugs. They only had the neutral lugs with the 8mm hole. They didn't have the others with the 6mm hole, so couldn't do them. But that's that job packed up and done. So back in there on Tuesday, because it's a long weekend. So back in there Tuesday to continue on with that. I reckon there's only another week left on that job, maybe a week and a half tops. So I shall see you on the next one, which will be this one, because I haven't finished it yet. Have a brilliant weekend. Do drink too much. Do misbehave and have loads of fun. Because if you do things like that, then you've got awesome stories to tell. Yeah. Have a good one. See you on the next one. See you next week. Little thumbs up, like and subscribe. Well, this sat-nav must think I want a tour of the home counties, because I've been all the way through Oxfordshire on back lanes. I'm now going through Buckinghamshire on back lanes. I haven't been on an A road yet. Ridiculous. Seen some pretty nice homesteads though, and some nice views. See if you can't see them. So in conclusion, there's some very wealthy people live in Oxfordshire and Buckinghamshire, but I don't particularly want to see their houses I want to see my house. And I think I've still got 2.5 hours to go, and I've been driving for a bloody hour. Anyway, this is me signing off. Hopefully, sometime over the weekend I'll get home. Bye bye.